It's snowing this morning in the Seattle area, so it's a great time to do some budget cooking. I think we'll cook some French toast on this cold and snowy morning. I got the ingredients pretty cheap at Target and Walmart. So won't you join me this morning as we cook some French toast for breakfast? Hey everyone, today I am here in Seattle, Washington, technically Federal Way, but that's close enough. And look at this amazing kitchen I have at my the place where I am lodging this weekend. And I thought, if I have such a fabulous kitchen as this, look at it, it's got these knobs and everything, it's got this vent and everything. I thought if I have such a great place like this, I have to do a little cooking, especially because I'm cheap and I don't like to eat out. So today we are going to cook French toast. I think that's going to be amazing, especially with a kitchen like this. I have some non-alcoholic beer. I'm ready to go. I have my shirt with a wolf on it. Let's do this. It may be a bear. I'm not really sure. Look first of all at this. This is the ingredients you'll need to make some French toast. First, you need a fabulous kitchen, like I have. You're going to need some of this. It's called it's Texas toast. Great value. Must be from Walmart. You want the big toast to really make a good French toast. It has to be thick. And speaking of thick, well, not really. We have some lactose-free from Good and Gather. What is that? Target? No one really knows. It's 2% reduced fat milk, so that's going to be kind of healthy. We have eggs. I can't find any eggs in all of Texas. There may be a baby in the background, but I'm sure someone's tending to it, not me. So we have eggs here, impossible to find in Texas, but in Seattle there's eggs aplenty, although they are kind of expensive. So we're going to use that for our French toast. We're also going to use this. This is organic blue agave. It's kind of like a sugar, but it's for bougie people. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. At the end of that, we're going to put some powdered sugar, and we have a little butter here as well. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. First, we're going to beat the eggs. All right, so it's not too difficult. Let's try this. It's not that difficult at all, except for me. Okay, so there's one. And I'll clean that later. Don't want to get salmonella all over the place. Isn't that what there is right now? Some kind of recall? Well, we'll make sure this is nice and cooked. Okay. There's a sink over there. Okay, so we've got the egg here. And I guess this is a beater. And so we'll beat them. Let's try to really get in there. Really make a nice mixture. I'm trying. Make sure there's no shells in there. I don't think there is. This looks really good in 4K, I'm sure. Yeah, look at that, it's like making a cake. This is kind of like a cake in a way, it's French toast. It's very French. Well, I think they're beaten enough. Well, maybe just 10 more seconds. I usually just use a fork for this, but this place has all the fixins and all of the accoutrements that you could imagine, so I'm gonna use all of them. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to pour this in this pan. Observe. Look at that. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Okay, now I'm going to put a little milk in here. I'll probably shake it up a little bit. It hasn't expired yet. I'm not exactly sure how much milk. I think I'm going to just do it until it feels right. Okay, that feels right. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that was something like a quarter of a pint or something. Now I'm gonna put in some of this, a quarter of a cup, maybe a little less. I'm not really sure. Now, let's mix this a little bit. I guess this is still usable. It has a little egg on it, but that's not the end of the world. So now it's looking interesting. Now it's looking kind of like the storm on Jupiter or something like that, but in a good way. And there may be a child in the vicinity, but that's what happens when there's French toast, you know. Everyone wants some French toast.
Good job.
Okay. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Can edit and post. Heaven help us all. Okay. So we've got that. I've mixed it a little bit. The microphone won't cover it. There may be a cat or a child. I'm not really sure. But here we're going to put some agave until about 3 seconds worth of it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4 seconds worth. Okay, 5 seconds worth. Okay. Now we're gonna continue mixing. This is gonna give it a nice sweetness that usually I would discount when doing French toast, but there we go. It's a very interesting little batter we've got here. It's looking pretty nice. Okay, excellent. Now then, almost done. We have this pan over here. And I'm gonna just put a little butter on it, just to get started. While I'm trying to turn that on, first I'm gonna put the bread. That's because it actually takes a long time to really soak, if you wanna do it right. So let's do that. Here we've got our 2 big Texas breads. And that's fine. So we've got the 2 Texas breads. We're gonna leave them in here to soak for just a moment. And then we're gonna focus on our butter over here. Turn this on. I think I put it on too high. I'm gonna put it on at like 4 and kind of push this around a little bit. A little bit of butter.
Mama.
And let that one. So I will be back in a moment. And when I get back, we're going to talk about how the butter has changed and what's happened here. So just a second and I'll be back. So I actually decided to put this on hold because I don't want that to cook too quickly because this is actually going to take longer than I thought. So it's been about 3 minutes here. Now I'm going to flip it. If you want to see this, flip it and reverse it. I want to flip this because it really needs to soak. It's hard. It's hard to do, but I'm going to try. Okay, there we go. There we go. We did that. There may be a child observing it too, but you know, a great chef can let anyone observe. And so we've got that. So here I flipped them, and now we're going to wait another about 4 minutes. And then about 2 minutes before, we're going to put this back on. So I'll check in with you in a second. So now we can go ahead and turn this on at about level 4. Get the butter moving a little bit, get it ready. Jingle bells as well. That's so I ended up waiting about 10 minutes. What I really wanted here was to get a real soak of all of that batter, and I think it's pretty much soaked at this point. Look at that. Let's get a nice close-up of this. Very soaked. It's just completely, it's like a giant sponge. Okay. Now this is heated up a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and put the French toast on this. Because it's a Texas toast, it really is like a real sponge. So here we go. So here we go. We put the first one on here. It's got a few minutes worth of butter simmering. Okay, then we've got this one. All right, now let's watch this. I've got my beer here. You know, the thing about French toast is that you sometimes have to wait a little bit. I didn't think it was such a long endeavor, but it could take a good 20 minutes or so to really cook it well, to really make sure that this soaks. I have my plate at the ready, so when I feel like it's cooked and it's ready, I can put it on immediately onto the plate, and then sprinkle some sugar. And I put some sugar, this powdered sugar. I put this over here in this little mini strainer. so that I can quickly put this on top of the toast. Look at that, how fancy. It's very fancy. And this, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it's cooking. Maybe I have the wrong one on. I guess it's right. Let me see. Boop, boop. Yeah, it's warm, so something's happening. It's just a lot of waiting. It's just a lot of waiting. Oh, I'm starting to smell something. Okay, yeah, you can. Oh, this is gonna make your whole house smell just amazing. Just like a real cake is almost like a cake. Well, it is kind of cake-like. So let's just be patient. I'm starting to see some bubbling. Or was that my imagination? I don't know. Is this thing on? It is on. Okay. Maybe I'll just put it up a little bit higher. Just a little bit. On my cheap, range at home, when you turn that thing on, it just like heats up right away. But of course, it's just like not as fancy as this one. So this one needs a little more time. That's fine. You can see that some of the batter is starting to solidify a little bit around it. We're seeing a little bit of bubbles in here. Something's starting to cook. Oh, can you just hear that? Wow. It's fine. It's a slow process, but we'll deal with it. Okay, look at that. It's just simmering away. French toast. I wonder how long until I flip it. Probably not now. Yeah, get that nice close-up view of it. This is going to be really good. Maybe now's a good time to flip them?
You can kind of open it.
Okay, well, we'll take a look and see. Is it?
No.
It's not. And it's also so soaked that parts of it are coming apart a little bit, so we want to make sure that it's really cooking so it doesn't completely fall apart. And also so it doesn't become one giant one. So move this one a little bit. It's very soggy looking, but at the end it won't be. But it's more delicate than I would have thought, but this time I'm actually making it in a way that I think is going to work. And as you saw, the ingredients weren't too crazy. They're budget. You can get that thick toast from Walmart, the milk from Target. You can get them on sale or use gift cards. Like I'm always doing gift card deals. So it can be very affordable, and you can make very fancy French toast that would cost you, $30 somewhere if you were like in Vegas or something. Usually the eggs aren't expensive at all, but with this egg shortage right now in the country, they might be slightly higher. But other than that, it's a very affordable breakfast to make. Let's check it out again. Yeah, we're starting to see some nice coloring down there. That brown, we're browning it, so we're going to flip this one if we can. Oh no! Wait, give it a second. I don't want it to fall. It will be a disaster if it falls apart on me. Maybe this one. No. Let's check this one out. So this one, you can see, also is starting to get a nice coloring, but I feel like it's still a little too soggy, and it will probably fall apart. So I'm going to wait on that one too. Wow, I didn't realize it would take like half an hour now to make some French toast. But if you want to do it right, you need to put the time in. Probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna try to be patient. I've been patient most of this time. The smell is incredible, though, I will say. You don't even need to use this fancy vent hood thing, because you want the house to smell like this. To flip this so that it doesn't fall apart. Okay, look at that. Look at that nice coloring. It's bordering on burnt, but not quite. And we'll do that with this one too. It's like a two-person job here. Okay, this one. Again, a little burnt on this one, but you can cut that off if you don't like it. As you can see, it's really cooking now. The smell is good. There are parts of it that I probably could have made it more centered, but what are you going to do? I like this. It looks more real, I don't know, in a way. It certainly wasn't purchased at, at a convenience store. I'm making it myself, and so it has unique textures and unique colorations. Unique everything. Look at that. Yeah, maybe I have it a little too high due to my impatience, but I'm going to switch it down to like level 5 now for this bottom part as it's cooking. Maybe check this part out a little bit, see how that's going. Yeah, maybe going a little too fast down here, but now that I've changed the temperature a bit, that might be able to cook it a little bit. You can see there's a little egg here, or whatever. I think now might be a good time to do probably a final flip. Okay, yeah, this part looks more French toasty, but they both look pretty good. This part's kind of all over the place. In a way, I really think I should refocus on the bottom part. Let's put that down there. Make it more centered. Yeah, at this point, I'm just playing around with it. I'm just having fun. If you're not having fun with cooking, then you're in the wrong place. We have fun with our food here. That's what makes it French. Not really, but okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking the swirls. I'm liking the colors. I love the aroma. Like I said, that blue agave really gives it something different. That's not how I ever learned how to make toast originally. I just put some kind of egg on top and mixed a little something and then threw it all together. But this is really something, especially that really soaking it part. Let's try this again. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, this part doesn't need any more. And no, it's just going to have to look like that. I don't want to overdo it here and cook the rest of it. I think we are pretty much done at this point. So it's time to finish it up. So let's turn this off and put it down here right away on the plate. Wow, look at that. And this one too. Okay, look at this. Wow. This is incredible looking. Okay, now we've got a little of this. And I'm supposed to... Look at that. Look at that. It was snowing this morning here in Seattle. I'm sure you saw my live stream of that. And now it's snowing here on the French toast. Look at that. You got that powdered sugar. And that's really all it needs. I mean, if you want to put a little syrup, I think we have some, but honestly, I think that kind of like would ruin the flavor, to tell you the truth. It already had that blue agave in there. It's already pretty good. So let me find a fork. I think there's a fork in here. And I'm going to have a taste, and then we'll be done with our video. So let's taste it. Let's taste this part right here before the children come. Yeah, apparently everyone in the neighborhood can smell this amazing meal. And maybe that's a little too much. Let's try this. Look at this. Look how fluffy. Look at that. And it's still got the steam coming off of it. It just looks so good. Let's try this. Oh my God. Now this is French toast. Fluffy, buttery, fluffy and buttery, and it just has a real authentic feel to it. It doesn't feel like something you just, heat up in a microwave. Absolutely incredible. So I hope that this taught you how to cook on a budget and enjoy a beautiful place like Seattle where it's nice and cold outside, but you can make yourself something warm and delicious and beautiful just like this. Oh my gosh, it is incredible. It's a little hot, but it's perfect. Wash it down with a little Stella zero beer, and you have yourself a wonderful Seattle, Washington meal. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time when we cook something else budgety while we're traveling probably as well. And thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.